I am an obesity survivor. I am your woman over 50 advocate for low carb living because if I could get out of an obesity situation, turn off my asthma, turn off the disease in my body, kick melanoma to the curb because I don't have it in my body anymore. I won't know what your body needs until we run the labs and find out what we need to do. What do you have that's going on that needs to be corrected? And the medical system, unfortunately, doesn't look at these type of situations, and they don't necessarily run all the different labs. Do you feel overwhelmed about dieting, how to lose stubborn weight, and stop the weight gain, especially as a woman over 50?
If that sounds like you, you're in the right place. Join me below for my free webinar, and let's start your journey to feeling confident, healthy, and slender at any age.
I am so excited to bring you my new 1-year VIP weight loss and diabetes transformation program that I'm launching. And it's brand new, and I'm so excited to bring it out to you because I've discovered I need more time with some people to get them the really big transformation that they need to have. So I'm Lori Ballou, functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. I am the creator of the holistic low carb method, and you get weekly rewire your metabolism calls so that we can support your blood sugar, figure out how to get your metabolism to reset, what's going on in your body, run all the labs. What's so cool about this program, it's all inclusive. So you basically pay one price, and then I do the rest and I do the details for you. So basically, you're going to be getting 6 diagnostic labs right up front, and they're going to come to your home. And in 9 months, you get 6 more labs, same process, and we're going to recheck to see what's going on in your body. You're also going to get a 3rd HTMA by the end of your program. And so this is something that I'm super excited to bring out to you. And it's going to be so exciting because I really love the fact that we can build a relationship, get that one-on-one support that you need to really help you educated and choosing health freedom at home, and not choosing, but necessarily be understanding that you don't have to live with the disease if you can get rid of it with natural foundational health process that you can do at home with diet, lifestyle. So sorry about that. Lifestyle like holistic low carb method. When you get yourself on a low carb diet, you reduce inflammation in your body. It's not easy to implement all the time. Sometimes it's harder for people. Sometimes it's easier. But this is the way you get to have your practitioner, me, in your back pocket, one-on-one support, unlimited cell phone contact for the first 3 clients that sign up for this process at the same price that I would normally charge for not having that support. But you get weekly unlimited voice contact with Voxer on a regular basis for those 12 months that we're working together. And there's a lot of painful bonuses as well, because I really want this to be successful and exciting. So what I've done is put some bonuses in there, and I've put some inclusions in there to make this a really exciting health adventure experience. So how would you like to have a one-on-one exclusive health adventure retreat in Sedona, just you and me, so that we could activate this process, empower you and educate you, and I can show you how easy it really is to do this lifestyle and how much fun it can be. And if you have any questions in that weekend, I'm all yours. Ask away, and let's just get you activated. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to implement that retreat, not the first month, but perhaps the 2nd or 3rd month, but we'll also go on your schedule. But this is something that I am so passionate about and so excited about, because when you get out in nature, get movement, get sunlight, get grounding, get in the vortex and that high vibe of the energy in Sedona, you can't lose. You're only going to get healthier. And when you hang out with me for 3 nights in Sedona with exclusive support, you're going to feel better. You're probably going to lose 5 pounds because you're going to be with somebody who's already in the lifestyle. And I'm going to guide you every step of the way. And I'm going to have you eat kind of like I am eating. And I'm even going to bring some keto cookies, because you know what? Life is fun when we celebrate. And it's not about restriction. It's about figuring out how to stay in a low carb diet and lifestyle so that you can be successful and live the life that you choose to have. Yes, you have to recreate life sometimes, and sometimes it can be hard or it can feel hard. It's actually relatively easy to actually do the lifestyle. The hard part comes with you just don't understand what you don't know. And the more that we look into your labs and find out what's going in your body and what's making it feel hard, Do you have a parasite? Do you have candida? Do you have H. pylori in your stomach causing stomach dysfunction? All of these things are going to be revealed. We're going to take a deep dive into your hormones and into your gut health, into your digestion, and put your body back together like Humpty Dumpty so we can get your A1C under 60. This is better results than you're ever going to get on Ozempic. And this is where you don't lose your muscle, but you gain muscle, and you get to shrink your skin with intermittent fasting. So a low carb lifestyle is a weight loss and diabetes transformation when you get enough time to actually look at getting 30 to 50 to 70 pounds of weight loss off in 1 year, depending on your body, what's going on with your body, and where you are in your lifestyle. I've had a client, I've known someone who's lost 50 pounds in 6 months. And I've got a client that's lost over 70 pounds and his diabetes and office and living a life of adventure because he got his life back. How much is that worth to you? So this is what I'm so passionate about, so excited about, and I wanted to include that retreat because that's something that I love and that lights me up, brings me passion, and I know it's a big healing step for my clients. There's other things that are going to be included in this as well. Not only do you get the 12 labs, but you're just paying the one price and I'm going to pay the labs for you directly. And you get a keto mojo as well as a ketone tone device so we can check your ketones and you can figure out what's going on so that you stay empowered and can get that faster weight loss by tracking more things. Then what are some of the other bonuses? Let me see if I can pull them out of my mind because I just put this all together and wrote it all out. And I'm actually going to release this on Sunday in my emails. And so if you would like to be first on the list, because I only have 3 spots available, I'm only opening up 3 spots. That's it. This is a lot of work for me. And I want to be all in for you. So 3 spots is all that I'm going to release. They're full. And like I said, I'm going to give one-on-one cell phone contact, unlimited, for 12 months for the first 3 clients who sign up. That's going to change with the additional VIP programs that I'm going to release later in the year. So if you want to get healthy for summer and start this spring with your weight loss and diabetes solution, make sure you DM me below this video and let me know. Drop test underneath with an exclamation point or 2 because you're excited to figure out how this is going to work for you. Download my workbook at my website and get on my email list. And let's just get you the information that you need so you can get excited just to figure all of this out and to see if this is a fit for you and for me, because we need to be a fit to work together for a 12-month period, because this is a relationship as well, so that I can communicate with you and we're going to build goals and we're going to work towards those goals so that you can have that weight loss and transformation that you want to have, to live a life that doesn't include disease if your body is able to reverse it with lifestyle functioning. And how that works is when you bring in a low carb diet, you actually flip off your mTOR switch, you flip off your metabolic switch, you flip your sugar switch off, and you're no longer in a you're able to reset your prediabetes or diabetes and actually start to heal your liver naturally. And your body is no longer set up to be in a disease state. And that's how you reverse a disease. These are lifestyle diseases. These are not set in stone. These are not things we get just because we're in our 50s and 60s or 70s. These are things that happen because of the food we're eating, the environment we're in, and the stressful relationships we could even be in, because if we have sky high cortisol all the time, if we're in a state of perceived stress all the time, stress levels, toxins, all of those things can raise insulin in our body. So the whole idea is to have a low insulin lifestyle, not to be insulin dominant. If you're insulin dominant, you're in a disease state. Reduce the insulin, reduce insulin resistance and leptin sensitivity, and you become more insulin sensitive, and then you're able to reverse your risk for disease, which is what I've done for my lifestyle and what I do for my clients. So excited to see all of the changes that happen. Check out my testimony page at my website at laurieballou.com. So many good testimonies coming in this year, just flooding in. So excited to see how this works. So excited to offer this for you. All inclusive, comes with that one-on-one Sedona retreat. So many bonuses are coming in on this. And for anybody who pays in full, there's even going to be more bonuses, because I'm so excited about this. And I know that everybody is looking for a solution but we don't always know what that solution is going to be. And we don't know that we even have a solution at times, because when I was, my mid 30s and I was 225 pounds, I had no clue. I had no idea why I was overweight, other than I guess I just ate too many donuts or bagels, or, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't realize that my PCOS, my asthma, and my bronchitis and sinusitis and the beginnings of arthritis, all of that, my depression, was because of the food that I was eating. And I didn't know that I could reverse my risk for those processes. And so it took me living my diet, my lifestyle, living the diets and failing all the diets, losing weight, gaining the weight back, having two more children, gaining all the weight back again and losing it again, and just trying to stay under 200 pounds. I don't know if you can relate to this, but I've got my origin story in my about page. I had to go through to do this, but I am an obesity survivor. I am your woman over 50 advocate for low carb living, because if I could get out of an obesity situation, turn off my asthma, turn off the disease in my body, kick melanoma to the curb, because I don't have it in my body anymore. And I know the process that I did for my body. I won't know what your body needs until we run the labs and find out what we need to do. What do you have that's going on that needs to be corrected? And the medical system, unfortunately, doesn't look at these type of situations, and they don't necessarily run all the different labs, because when I run it, I run all 6 labs, lay them all out in front of me, take your in-depth, advanced health intake. With my VIP program, you get a longer, advanced health intake. So excited. So sorry about that. And I really dive into what it is that you need, what your goals are, what your visions are. We're going to complete a goal and vision processing as well, because this is also part of the problem, because this is a transformation that you get to choose to do, and you need to activate it. You need to see the vision. You need to feel it. This is not a diet. Diets don't work long term. When you're on a diet, it's temporary. And when you get to the point where you think you were successful, you gain all the weight back, because one of the things that didn't happen was you didn't turn off the inflammation, you didn't flip the mTOR switch off, and you didn't put yourself in an insulin sensitive state. So as long as you're insulin dominant, you're going to be unhealthy, and you're going to actually gain all that weight back. And so that's what happens too with the GLP-1 medications, is that sure, you can lose some weight and it feels like you're getting healthy in the beginning, but it could lose too much bone mass and muscle mass. They don't know yet exactly what's all happening. But one of the things that I'm more concerned about is if you're losing your muscles and your bone mass after 50, those are things we can't get back if we can't build, enough hormones to build muscle. It's really hard to bring back our muscle. But what if you could lose the weight without losing too much muscle, and you're getting the right amount of protein so that you don't lose your muscle, and can enjoy life and go out to restaurants and eat the food that you want to eat, but eat the right foods and get the right carb code for your body so that you could get yourself back to handsome, because I'm letting men in on this program. And this is for anybody over 50 who has a weight loss or diabetes problem that needs to correct it, and needs to or wants to, because sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. But if you want to get back to beautiful, if you want to turn up that disease process and you're not willing to put up with it, there's a choice that you have. You get to choose health as your wealth by actually investing in a program like this that's going to give you the results, help guide you towards the results, as long as you implement the holistic low carb method and follow the protocol. And, this is what's going to happen. I've had miracles happen for myself. I no longer have debilitating asthma, sinusitis, and bronchitis. I'm having a little reaction right now only because I tried to make some goat yogurt, but I am dairy sensitive, but I want to make some goat yogurt. Well, I made the goat yogurt and now I've got some congestion and a little bit of cold. So that is why I have a little sniffling, but I just threw the rest of it away. Going to go back to the coconut milk yogurt and start over. Never give up. Keep making action changes. We keep looking for what's going to work to help our body be the best body that we want to have. This is hacking your health. This is working with a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner who is going to be your health detective, help hold your hand, give you one-on-one support, be in your back pocket. You've got one-on-one cell phone contact and voice messaging, and we can get on a call in Zoom and we can do some baking together. You are not alone doing this. You have somebody with you to do this all the time. And I am highly available because I love doing this. And this is my VIP 1-year weight loss transformation for your health adventure experience to activate the lifestyle that you want to have so you can get back to beautiful, get back to handsome, start wearing a beautiful red gown or a tailored suit so you can feel amazing and have your confidence back. If you're in your 60s like me and you need to date and you want that beautiful body back, this is how to do it. This is what I've done. From 225 pounds down to 131 pounds right now is where I'm holding out. But if I'm looking back at my pictures, what I'm noticing is my body is slender all the time, but my weight's no longer changing. My weight's staying steady as I gain weight but lose the skin and the fat. And so you can watch your transformation happen as well. And it will happen if you do not give up. But it is easier when you do it with somebody, because when you do it with somebody like me who's gone through the fire, who's an obesity survivor, who's come out the other side bronzed and so excited with passion. When you do this with someone like me and you have somebody on your side as a partnership and a collaboration, you get results. And you get to collapse the time it takes to happen so that you can get your spring body back, your summer body back, and show up for the holidays in the best body you've had in years. Because that's what I hear my clients tell me, the best weight they've had in years. This is something I am so passionate to bring to you. I love being able to create a one-on-one Sedona retreat so that you can get out and activate this lifestyle, hang out with me and find out how easy it really is to do this, because it really is. It's just a mindset. If you think it's restrictive, it's going to feel restrictive. But when you're with me and you get my excitement and my passion, we're going to work through those mindsets and we're going to find how easy it can really be. Because you know what happens when you dial in a low carb diet? Your energy comes back. You feel better. You feel amazing. Now, you business women out there, I'm a businesswoman and entrepreneur, and I work with some powerful women who are still working in this business world. And you know what's going on? They're having cognitive issues and cognitive decline. And you know what? That is inflammation in your brain because of inflammation in your gut, because of the food you're eating and the inflammation in our fat. When we ditch all of that and we clean it all up and we support what's wrong in the body with diet, nutrition, and the right fat and the right protein, your body miraculously heals itself at the foundational levels. And when we run the 6 diagnostic labs to find out what's going on, that's how we speed it up. That's how we turn off the inflammation. That's how you get your weight loss. And this is really, really happening. And so that's why I'm so excited to come out here and offer you this VIP 1-year program with this private Sedona retreat one-on-one with me. Because when you're with somebody who has this type of power, this type of certainty, conviction, and passion to never give up, to know that the weight loss is going to come off, and to keep digging until we figure out what's going on in your body and what does it need next. Let's tweak it. Let's fix it. Let's do it. And as a businesswoman, we want to keep our mental acuity. We need to have a brain that's functioning so we could work into our 70s if that's what we're choosing to do, because sometimes women like myself, we've come into our passion and our business careers later in life, and we want to keep working. Our brains are functioning. When you keep working and you stimulate your brain is then on fire to grow more mitochondria, to grow the hippocampus, to fix that process. So if you don't know how to fix your mitochondria, well, you're rewiring your metabolism and resetting your metabolism. All of these things are what I'm going to hold in my hand for you and guide you towards, like a roadmap. Get away from that cliff edge. Come back into living and back into life, and live the life that you want to have by recreating who you want to be, how you want to live, and creating that momentum for more action and activity in your life. Because we get to the point where we feel tired, we feel overwhelmed. There's a lot of depression and problems with the brain, the neuroendocrine system. When I run a metabolic analysis on my clients, this shows as mental decline, the beginnings of cognitive dysfunction. And as a businesswoman, you need your brain turned back on. Everybody wants to have their brain functioning. But if we're not getting the right mitochondria, the right nutrition to our brain, and we're in an insulin resistant state, you're not getting glucose into your brain for it to function, and there's going to be inflammation. But when we bring ketones in there, when we activate the brain and we get out and we have an adventure in Sedona to reactivate the hippocampus, to reactivate your body for weight loss happens. life happens. Your brain comes back on board. Take a look at my testimonies on my website because I'm so excited to share those with you because I am seeing that happen. It is happening for myself and it's happening for my clients, and it can happen for you too. So if you're a man or a woman over 50, and if you're in menopause and not quite 50, just give me a shout out and let's find out if we're fit to work together, and let's get your life back on track. Let's have a weight loss and diabetes solution and transformation and start creating a health adventure lifestyle that where you can be more active, turn off the pain of aging, and start to live your life better, recreate the vision that you want to have. We want to train for life. We want to train for our active grandmother, grandfather body, but we want to be upright, walking 20,000 steps a day at Disneyland when we're 80. And why not? If we could be upright, healthy, and active, and being able to get out there and play with our grandchildren and not be a burden to our children, that is a goal to have. There should be no nursing home that we want to go into. And my clients that I work with are completely reversing their risk for getting into a nursing home, because when you get yourself on a low carb diet and nutrition plan, whether with me or another person, you're going to get your health back on track. And it's not something that can be done at the medical system, because I am looking at your endocrine system, your neuroendocrine system, your muscular condition, your carb metabolism, your fat metabolism, your detox metabolism, and your inflammatory metabolisms. All of these systems that relate to how your body is functioning and the chaos that you're having in your body. So Reed Davis calls this metabolic chaos with functional diagnostic nutrition. So what we're going to do is find your chaos and let your body get back into homeostasis by taking away the interferences and bringing in the nutrition and the mineral balance, and correcting digestion, correcting your gut health, supporting your hormones, ditching the bacteria that's hurting you, kicking out any of those bad bacteria, kicking out those parasites, cleaning up candida. So many things that we can do. We don't know yet what's going on in your body, but if you'd like to know, we can fix that as best we can to get your body back into homeostasis. Let's give it a go. Never quit. You can have that beautiful body that you want to have. Don't accept pain and inflammation. And I know it's hard when you don't feel good and when you don't have the motivation. That's why you work with somebody like me. That's why I've created this 1-year VIP transformation program for your weight loss and diabetes solution, because it will work and you're worth it. And it's all inclusive. You pay me once, I run all the labs, you get 12 labs, you get the retreat, you get so many bonuses. You get to find out more about it. I have it all lined up in an email that's going to go out this week, and it's going to start on Sunday and go throughout the week. And then I'm going to have another special announcement coming up, because I'm also planning a group retreat that I'm super excited about. I've got it all put together and I'm so excited, because you know what? When we get outside in nature, my body knows that when I get out in nature, my brain is going to function, my mitochondria is functioning, my excitement is happening, and I am out of stress response and in a healing state when I get out in nature. When we can get out in nature, use the grounding energy, the sunlight that's out in the air, you get to a vital place like Sedona with the vortex energy and all of that super exciting, vital power that's coming out of the earth, bounces off nature and into your body and lights you up, makes you excited, gives you that motivation. Let's get out there and work together. And if this is something you're interested in, just let me know. Let's see if we're fit to work together and if this is something that's going to work for you, because I'm here if you're ready to dial it in and get your life back on track. Just DM me test with exclamation point and let me know that you're interested in checking out this VIP program to see if it's what you're interested in. Again, I only have 3 spots, so don't hesitate and let me know if you're interested. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.